Pardon?
Privatization of Social Security, you support that?
Well, I don't call it privatization. I call it opportunity for decision making. I call it choice. And I would say, yeah, we can look at things like, for younger employees just coming in the system, after we solidify our Social Security trust fund, and we say it's not going to be a slush fund anymore. And we're going to make the contract that you expect, everyone around this table expect that you paid into it. We're going to say that is secure. Now for the future, let's look at what other nations have done, Chile and others, that have gone to saying, hey, if you will sign the dotted line and you will be substantiated that you're contributing to a 401k, let's call it that, for your retirement, and you're holding us harmless, and you're doing that every paycheck, we'll let you do it. Frankly, even with what we saw with what happened in 2008 with the financial meltdown, we've seen the rebound take place, and the government would back out of the way and stop doing packages like they're trying to pass again in the middle of the night, a hook or by crook, beating people over the head. Just have a perception like we're going to now regulate, but oh, by the way, we're going to do the same things in this plan that Barney Frank and Chris Dodd pushed before to give people the opportunity to buy homes they shouldn't buy, with loans they shouldn't have. I thank God that Sue and I had a requirement from our banker here in Adrian when we bought our home 32 years ago that we had to put down 20%. Now he knew that we were going to do some creative financing, and grandfathers and employers and others would give us a bit of a loan to help us make that 20%. But we haven't defaulted. We've lived in that home for 32 years. We've paid that mortgage. And when we see the stuff going on now, that's the wrong way. But if we got away from that, the markets would rebound. They work. Capitalism works. Capitalism is the best approach for the poor and rich alike. If this was an auction room, and they were auctioning off a 22-ounce porterhouse steak. I'm getting hungry already. And I'm standing here with $11 in my pocket, and Bill Gates is standing here with who knows what he's got. The auctioneer starts the bidding. Bill Gates says, I'll give him 20 bucks. I've got $11. I'm out. Not under capitalism. If I'm smart, I says, oh, auctioneer, I'll give $11 for half of that steak. If the auctioneer is smart, which all of the guys around here, whether it be Kelly or whatever else, they say, do I hear $11 for the other half? Bill Gates just got pushed out. He jumps back in at 40. Now I split it down in half. And I split it in half again. And I offer $11 for a quarter. Auctioneer says, do I have 3 other people who want to pay $11? We beat Bill Gates again. The little guy can win in this system. Not under socialism. Because we're all made little guys, except the elite at the top.
Yeah, 2 things. Thomas Jefferson once said, we don't have government of the majority, we have a government of the majority that participates. And I have to agree with that. If I don't do my part to vote, then there's a problem. But Governor Christie, you know who he is? The brand new governor, recently had a meeting. And at that meeting with his constituency, he talked about the New Jersey school system. And he said that when he came to the governor's mansion, he took a trip to the schoolyard. And what he found was that everybody on the schoolyard was bloody. And there was only one person standing up. And that person that's standing up was the union. And he said the union, teachers want to teach, schools want to teach, students want to learn. But the unions are destroying the educational system because 11 people sit there and won't allow legislatures to make good decisions. $7.6 million lobbying money against good education in the state of New Jersey. Is he right?
I think he's right, and I think he's right in a larger perspective too, when now we have crossed the boundary where there are more government sector union employees, public unions, SEIU, state employees. When you cross that private sector unions, UAW and others, are less in number than the public sector unions, you've got a real problem. And they're all lobbying against the taxpayer, who pays their way.